You got Malin, Waldrop, McGill. Well, 8 minutes to show, 12 minutes to Mike show. No, no, that's wrong. Bang on time. Not feeling awesome though. I'm coming down with something. I'm fighting something off the last couple of days. But you got to keep at it. Gotta keep on keeping on. What is happening, everybody? I have news. You might notice that I am standing. I have to change this channel over here because I'm distracting myself out of the corner of my eyes. I am standing today. And there's a reason that I am standing today. Built wife laundry basket cart and installed high weight pegs on bike today. Right on. Doing some things. McGill, what happened to the shop stool? Well, we all knew that it was not long for this world. And on Saturday night after the show, I was on a video call with a friend down in Australia. Just hanging out. Everything was fine. And I just shimmied just a little bit on it. Obviously shimmied a little bit in the wrong direction. And just all of a sudden, just like, boom. Like just crack, bang, off it went. So that's a thing. But because I'm so I don't have video of that. I don't think anybody was recording. I don't know if you can record. Can you record like Facebook Messenger phone calls? I went and bought like a cheap, crappy shop stool. Because I'm going to need to be able to sit before that one's done. Maybe we'll put that together on the show tonight. I am fairly under the weather though. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice. I'm not 100%. But like I said, you got to keep on keeping on. I need market stuff. So we'll head over to Lathe. We'll do at least something just to be doing something and making something. Maybe we'll do a couple of things. We'll see how it goes. It's a little warm. It's not too bad. I don't know what it is. No, didn't. I hate it when it does that. It doesn't register half my keystrokes. Saying 31, which is, I don't know. I'm not sure I believe that. I don't know what that is for you guys. I think that's right. It feels like more like 33, 34, which in my shop is 37, 38 probably. It's pushing the bottom of 100, basically. Right here in my shop right now. Which is not awesome. But I got some Gatorade, I got some beers if I feel like it. I don't know. let's go. Let's go get a pen done at least. We'll get at least a pen done, and then depending on how badly I need to sit down, maybe we'll make a shop stool. Neat. Well, we're not going to make a shop stool. Maybe we'll assemble a shop stool after this. We'll see. Ugh. This is that half and half thing that I found. Found 4 of these in my box of stuff. It's some kind of rosewood, and I was looking at it. I don't think it's maple. I think it might actually be ash. This stuff. It might be cool. It doesn't like the carbide, whatever it is. Has almost no grain whatsoever. So I don't know what it is. I was looking at it. I was like, "Is that maple?" And then I like, no, it looks more like oak, but it's absolutely not oak. And then I thought, well, there's no Rayfleck anywhere, and it was one of the sides was quarter sawn orientation, so there was no fleck or anything. I don't know what that is, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, it does matter because I'm going to want to tell somebody who asks at the market what the wood is. Yeah. Oh. It'll be cool. Loud noises. 50. That'll do for that. I like whatever this whiter wood is. It's good that it has essentially no grain in it because it's keeping me from getting the dark dust into it, which is nice. I am going to, just in case there's a little bit that I don't see, I'm going to, what should I use? This will get it out of there. A little bit of the custom blue sheen. Which is a sanding solution. This is not its purpose, but get that dust out of there. There's still maybe a little bit in there, actually. I don't know how to sand that so that dark dust doesn't get in the white wood. This one's okay. This one's a little bit muddy in just that one spot. I guess I could just go in that one spot, just like. Yeah, that works. Okay, let's do some custom high-speed crayon. I think we might be assembling a shop stool. I would really like to sit down. This one is probably a good contender to use up some copper hardware, because I think copper would actually look pretty slick on this. Oh, no, I don't like that at all. It did get into my pores over here, despite what I thought was happening. Okay. Let's put that away. I'll come back to that. I'm gonna have to cut that. Do another round of cuts on that and resand it and figure out some way to seal it. Somebody's got some advice. I'm sure they do. How do you keep wood dust from going into wood grain next door to it when it's spinning on a lathe and they are like overlapping like this? Let's do a keychain. We'll do a red Mallee Burl keychain. So that we have something accomplished. This stuff is always super pretty. It does tend to develop some cracks, so I am going to seal those. Right in here, there's a decent one. This didn't make it back in the fridge from the other night. Where is it? I would love to say we're going to go sit down for a minute. Let's see how tough this... Let's see what the complication is with this stool. Shouldn't be too bad. Put you guys over here for a sec. This thing is not awesome to sit on. Get my sweat rag. Get some screws, got some plugs, got some dowels. I would have done it before the show, but I just got home with it before I had to get dinner ready for the fam, and then came down to do the show. And some of the dowels are already assembled. Got scissors? No, of course not. They're around someplace. Get this open. All right, we got just straight up dowel. We got a dowel with some holes in it. Really? More zip tie dealies? I wish I had my scissors. Ah. Ah. All right, so we got two. All right, these guys are just gonna go in there. And these guys with the holes are going to go in there. I'm just going to screw it together. That doesn't give me a lot of confidence about the longevity of this guy. Yeah. Come on. Really? Should not need a clamp. I'll go get one if I need to, but should not need a clamp for this. That's the stupid actual. Oh, okay. And then the stool has these guys. And more screws. And just go like that. Outside or inside? You really need instructions to put this thing together? Come on. I'm clamping. Said I would like a short one, thank you. Yeah, I got 3-foot clamp. Just go like this. This is fun. Throw some Titebond in there. Yeah, I probably should, eh? But I kind of just want to get sitting on it right now. The seat's got to go in that way. So that you can screw through there. Now we can clamp it back together. I can guarantee you that I am going to be taking this thing apart and putting some glue in these joints after I get it assembled. You could use an extra pair of hands for this too, actually. Or be doing it flat on your bench, which I can't currently do because my bench has too much stuff on it. You know what? I need a squidgy clamp instead of a F style. I need a squidgy. I don't know where all my short squidgies are though. I got like 3-footers and 4-footers. Like, what happened to all my like 2-foot squidgy clamps? There we go. Now we're Allen screws, really? No thanks. I'm not gonna do, well, I mean, I am gonna use them, but I'm not gonna wrench them. Yeah. Did it come from IKEA? It seems like it should have, didn't it? Oh, I picked the first one, first try? So, at least I'm going to be able to sit. For tonight. I am, absolutely. Whoever said you should probably put some glue in there? Yeah. I'll probably bust out the West Systems, actually. Because I don't... Not exactly a tight joint in terms of wood contact. So I'm going to want a little bit of gap filling in my adhesive, I think. in answer to the actual question about where it came from Canadian Tire. But it is a very IKEA-esque stool. Man, it feels like it's getting hotter. Is it getting hotter? It might actually be getting hotter. We tend to peak around now, actually. At least I'll be sitting. Oh, it's funny. I hope Kyla shows up. Come on. Because it was pretty funny. There we go. Crappy little shop stool. Looks low too. Yep, it's a little bit lower than the last one, but I can sit. Put this back. Oh, all right. Where's my? All right. So what's going on, everybody? Mike is promising to fix yet another shop stool. I never said this is the first one that I said I'd fix. I never ever said before now that I was going to fix a shop stool. So let's start. Hackberry, maybe. Okay, we're back where we were trying to decide on the wood. Oh, Harbor Freight stool. Yeah, basic. I don't know. It seems I've never been to a Harbor Freight, but Harbor Freight, by my understanding, sounds a lot like our Princess Auto, which is Canadian Tire has similarities to Princess Auto, but it's not I wouldn't even call it a direct competitor. Surprised he didn't just add clamps and then sit on it. It was not fun when it went. I will say that when it just finally went, suddenly, as I was sitting on it, was not an enjoyable experience. I did not enjoy having it collapse out from under me. Amy Gersh, hello. Eating cheeseburgers because it's America Day. Happy America Day to those who celebrate. Canadian Tire is a sad shadow of its former self. It's true. I mean, the same can be said for lots of places, but yeah, I agree. Interestingly, it worked until you ate those Krispy Kreme donuts. I'm not even gonna. There's not even a causation. Not even a correlation. You certainly can't draw a causational relationship with that, and I wouldn't even draw a correlational relationship with that. Oh. It was just, it's been a year and a half or more. It's been probably 2 years since I said, okay, I have to replace this. It is on its last legs. Get it? Last legs. So the fact that I continued to sit on it for 2 years after I recognized that it was time for this to be replaced. Yeah, that's okay. I've been following you for 2 years and it's been broke the whole time. Okay, so over 2 years. Here's the instructions. Did I do it right? Oh, speaking of instructions and not knowing what you're doing, I checked the manual for the weed whacker after everybody was like, "You fucking dummy! You just knock it on the ground and it feeds extra." And I was just like, "Does it say that in there? Because I didn't see that in there." It's in there, but let me show you where it's in here. I was like, I went through it again and I was like, does it seriously just not tell you that? And it does. The paragraph that is on page 10 of, okay, well, it starts French halfway through. 10 of 16 of the English section. On page 10, there is one little paragraph right there. That is really easy to miss. So I'm only taking partial blame on that. Hi, Kyla. I was just saying, I hope she shows up because we can all have a good laugh. Because you're the one that saw it go. And I was just telling these guys, I never want to have that happen again. I never want a stool to go out on me while I'm sitting on it ever again. It wasn't enjoyable. My back still isn't awesome my back is never in a great condition, but like that certainly didn't help. Just imagine him sitting there and then he was gone. Yeah, that was pretty much what it was like. It was just kind of like, oh yeah, no, everything's cool. How you doing? Just... Let's go finish this keychain so that I can say I accomplished something tonight. One last little cut to get that excess off of there. Back in the fridge with you. That'll do. The rest of that surface glue I'll get off through sanding. Hey Kyla, I think this is one of the woods that came from you guys as well. I don't know that for a fact because I have purchased red mallee burl from William Woodwright. Loud noises. But I know that there was a bunch in a box that that Scott sent at one point with the Hammeroo stuff, and this could be a piece from that. It's absolutely from down your way. I just don't know if I got it from you guys or if I got it from somebody else who got it from down there. Loud noises again. Mally Burl. The wood that is on still my favorite pen that I've ever made. The maple leaf tip pen that I made. I think I made it live on the show. Yeah. That's pretty. That's pretty. Focus. No, it has to focus on my glorious face. Apparently, my face is the thing worth focusing on. Oh, pretty warm. Not stupid, but warmer than I want it to be. I also got one of the Waldrop guitar offcuts, Padauk Purple Heart, Maple, and Walnut, ready for making into a keychain. That'll be a cool looking one. This might be all I do for the show tonight, though. That's too bad. This puts me up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 keychains, though. Which is a pretty good start. I've made a couple more pens. I still have all my leftovers from Christmas market. And I still have another week and a half. First market is the 15th. So I'm in okay shape. In terms of filling the table. Worst case scenario, I grab some stuff off the shelf at work and move it over to my market booth. Red Mally Burl keychain. Very, very, very nice. Oh, short. Stupid stool. I think this is about 3-ish inches shorter than an old stool. Oh. I'm not a Patreon member, so I don't know what the squares are, but I had a feeling it was one of them. What was one of them? Hold on. Oh, vacuum on the beard. Yeah, but why are you giving away squares? You're hurting your own chances. Put that on the rack with the other ones. That was the first one. the yellow cedar, purple stabilized yellow cedar burl. That's the one we just did, red Mallee burl. Then we got the blue stabilized maple burl. Then we got the second one we did live on the show, the second one I ever did, the green, no, I wouldn't call it a burl, but it's a figured maple stabilized green. And then I did another one of these guys yesterday, and I did the black one on the Saturday show this past week. And then I did, well, Amy, you were talking about wanting a smaller one. I did a smaller one, but yeah, I don't know. It's just basically blue stabilized maple, and it's not, I don't know. It's not good. It's certainly not going to be one of the first ones off the rack. Oh, I'm not a Patreon. Oh, that's right. It's pretty and not avocado size. It's true. None of them are avocado. Did you eating avocados that big? Because you guys have some small ass avocados. If that's the size avocado you're eating. Like the purple ones, they're pretty. Yes, they absolutely are. They are my favorite too, I think. Oh, jeez. I need a new head rag already. This one's already soaked through. Let's have a beer. Even though I'm not feeling top notch. It would be weird not to have a beer on a live show. It has happened. So that's 7 of those. I want to say I've got a half a dozen pens or so on top of the ones that I could steal off the rack at work. Actually, maybe more than that. Because whatever I have left over from market that didn't make it onto the rack at work are still in the box. Got some bowls. I've got a couple of charcuterie boards. I've still got the tray that we made live on the show, the like epoxy pour on the bottom, with the little feeties. Serving tray thing, the tea tray, I think we called it. Still have that. And you know, like, worst, if I didn't get anything else made before the market, I think I would be okay to fill a table. It would absolutely not be the least number of things that I've had to sell at a market. I try to bring at least $2,000 worth of product in terms of the sales value of it. So probably pretty close. We need a new sweat rag. It feels like it suddenly got more humid as well. Maybe there's a front moving in right now that's changing the air dynamic on us. Just got another big chunk of yellow cedar burl. Hey! Yeah. Okay, Kapla's Zoom chat has ended. Thank you for letting us know. 7 keychains. So since the Saturday, was it No, it was Wednesday last week that I went live, did the first keychain. So since that show, I've done 6 more keychains, 3 more pens, including Tyler Peterson's pen. The Tyler Peterson pen is in his possession. That doesn't help for market table, but that's it, really. But I mean, that's 6 days, 8-ish things. Even though they're just little and quick. I mean, it all counts. It's all profit. We can suffer the noise if you have a fan. I do. I might. I might. I wish. No, I don't. I was going to say, I wish I was further that way in the country so that I could go live later. So that the sun could have a chance to maybe go down a little bit so that I could like open the garage door and not have it get even hotter in here. Because like if I could start the show at 8:30, I could open the door, I could have the fan going and just like have some air and it wouldn't be getting hotter in here. Sometimes the small stuff are the quick sellers at markets. I mean, you need to have a variety of things at markets, and the smaller, cheaper stuff absolutely sells faster. Because not a lot of people are walking around planning on dropping $200 at a booth. But they want to spend some money on their artisan handcrafted things and support people and whatever. So like you got to have your $20 and $30 and $40 things too. My biggest seller is slimline pen. Slimline pens are by far and away my biggest seller. By 200%, at least. And it's because they're nice, functional little things that I can sell and make a decent profit at $30-$35. Everybody loves a nice pen, especially when it's refillable. It's true. And people who don't know any better, that's a mean way of saying it. But people who aren't pen turners, a slimline pen is a really nice pen. Like to the general public, it's entirely possible that this is the nicest pen that somebody has ever seen. If you can get the nicest pen you've ever seen for $35, maybe not the nicest pen they've ever seen, but like, you know what I mean. Oh, Kyla's back. I don't want to offend you, but I did not know you were gone. People come in and come back and go away, and I get a lot of compliments on my pens at work. I don't let anyone borrow it either. How many of my pens do you have? Or are you just talking about your nice pens in general? Sorry for the random weird texts. I was dusting off my keyboard. Okay. You have 4 of my pens. A couple of those had to be giveaways. You had to have won a couple of those, didn't you? You didn't buy all of those, did you? Because no, I'm gonna send you your dice. If you bought all 4 of those, I'm absolutely not gonna let you pay for your dice box. bought 3 pens. I have the best fans. I have one of Mike's pens and he has one of mine. It's true. Yeah. Where'd it go? It used to be right there. And I have it out on the bench. There it is. This is a Paul made me a Mike's Wooden Things and Stuff pen. Unfortunately, he did it like right as my logo changed. So it's like my first logo with the hand plane on it, but it's still awesome. One was the giveaway when I got the pumpkins at Halloween from Tyler. Yeah, right. Okay. How do you want to contact for the dice box? Do you seriously want one of the dice boxes that's too big for a dice box? You can, I mean, you can wait for the next round of dice boxes that are actually the right size. If you want. If you want one of those ones, yeah, hit me up by email or Instagram message or whatever. Over at patreon.com/wooden things and stuff. Prepare to pay $20 for the shipping, plus the $30 for the box, because that's what they're going to be for on my market table. You pay $50 for one of those little boxes. I figure that it's, yeah, I undervalue myself. I'm bad at that. Maybe that's worth it. Handcrafted box from somebody you like. I don't know. I have dice for 40K. Hit point dice. Oh, okay. You got the game you play needs lots of dice. Then you're all set. Yeah, fire me an email or an Instagram message or wherever you are that I also am. I'll get an address and we'll figure out a payment system and whatever. $20 for shipping might not cover it, but it'd probably be close. Soon as stuff goes across the border, man. Or maybe it's just when it comes this way. I don't know. But like, no, it isn't. No, it could be, because I know I've sent stuff not as far in terms of distance to the States as it cost to go within Canada. So yeah, maybe. Like, I've sent stuff to Ontario that cost more than going to Washington State. Wait. No, Texas, like Florida. You know what I mean? It hasn't been as far. Actually, the good example, I sent something to Alberta. That's just the next province over. And it cost more than sending the same exact thing to Arizona. Shipping from here isn't terrible. It's true. Shipping to there is terrible, though. Remember how much it cost me to send those damn calendars? Doesn't matter. It's a thing that you deal with. And I unfortunately just estimate, and sometimes I'm wrong. So sometimes I'm low, and sometimes I'm a little bit. I definitely tend to underestimate, But once in a while, the shipping has actually been less than I've charged, and I've just been like, well, I'm not going to give them their $3 because there's been times when it's been $7 the other way. So I'm 3 hours from the Canadian border. Would be nice if that mattered. Yeah, I bought that number 6 hand plane from approximately where you live. It was around there. And it was about $100 in shipping to get it here. After like the border crossing fee and the Mounties inspection fee and the taxes that you have to pay because you should have bought it in Canada. I'm going to take this off. It's getting too sweaty under here. How is the wrist doing? It is improving. Slowly but surely, it is improving. It's not ready for another outing of golf yet, for sure. But it is. It's okay. Better than the back? I don't know. That's a coin flip. It is what it is. Just keep putting one foot in front of the other. Sometimes you hurt yourself. Sometimes your stool snaps. Oh, we should do Old Man Yells About Society. Whatever that segment was going to be called. Mike's least favorite people of the week. We missed a couple of those. I'm going to get another beer. We'll talk about it. This week's edition of Old Man Rants About the World, or people Mike is mad at this week. I don't remember what we called it. People who are completely oblivious to their surroundings. Like people with no like situational awareness about their surroundings. Because I don't think that they're just assholes. But like, if I need to grab a jug of milk out of the cooler and you're standing in front of the cooler door I need to get at, standing there thinking about which milk you want for like a minute. Like, have some situational awareness about what's happening around you. Like I want to buy the box of Fruit Loops that you're standing in front of. Like, why are you still just standing there? I don't know why grocery store is where it happens the most frequently for me, I think. But just in general, like, and the middle of the aisle in the grocery store is not a good place to catch up with your friend that you haven't seen for a while. And if that's what you want to do, just move out of the way when other people come by. Like, and the reason I don't think that they're just assholes and like just being that way is because when they finally do realize, they're like, oh, sorry about that. How long have you been there? Kind of like, they're like, and then they get out of your way as soon as they realize. But like, how can you not realize? I don't know. Just have some situational awareness about what's going on around you. Like, gets road rage in the grocery store. I don't, because I'm pretty calm about it internally, I'm a little bit like, seriously, just move, please. I already know what jug of milk I want. Like, can you get out of the fucking way, please? But generally, I just kind of stand there and just be like, and I stand there and be like, until they realize that I'm there, or they grab their jug of milk and then realize that I've been standing there like, oh, sorry. Read my question. Well, did you listen and take pain meds and a hot shower, or decide you were tough and not listen? Neither. The answer to that question is neither. I did not listen to you and take pain meds and a hot shower, nor did I not do that because I decided I was tough. What would? Hold on. Is $1 a pen blank a good price? Yeah, that's the question. It depends on the wood. It's not an awesome price for, well, it's an awesome price for like rare-ish pretty woods. It would probably be okay for like Cocobolo and that burl, that red mallee burl. I would pay $1 a piece for those. Just stubborn? No, I just went to bed. It was 3 o'clock in the fucking morning, Kyla. I went to bed. Oh, courtesy. I hate people in the gas lines that don't pull up. Yeah, pull it to the front tank. Yeah. Or leaving more than a car. Yeah, when there's no room for the cars trying to pass. Yeah. Just some situational awareness about your surroundings and time is irrelevant to pain. Yeah, but it's not irrelevant to the fact that I needed to go to bed. I was tired ass and I wanted to go to sleep. I didn't want to stay awake for as long as it would have taken me to have a hot shower and get pain meds. I wanted to go to bed. What did Mrs. Woodenthing's stuff say when you told her? I don't think I told her. And she probably would have said the same thing that she says every time that I hurt my back. She like, oh, I hurt your back again. Well, are you going to go to the doctor? Probably not. Okay, then. Oh, what's going on? People talk. There's too many different conversations. I get $10 for the dyed stabilized cedar burl blanks. I can imagine why. They're super nice. What did I pay you for those green ones that I still haven't completed the commission on, nor do I know if it's still happening? Feels like I didn't give you $10 a piece, but I did pay you. 5 each, maybe? 8 each? Something like that? Do you have to stabilize cedar to make pen blanks? Well, the answer technically is no. You don't have to. But I did make a pen out of cedar. And I think it's too soft. I think it dents too easily. I mean, unless you're going to do like the whole CA thick plastic ass finish on top of it. I think cedar as a pen wood is too soft. Like you drop it against the edge of your desk and it's got a big knock in it. Like, I think cedar's too soft without stabilizing it. It's not too soft to make a pen out of. But I have pecan and cedar I can make blanks from. Pecan apparently is a pretty nice, relatively hard wood. Probably actually really hard. Isn't pecan really hard? Isn't it related to hickory? Which I think is a pretty hard wood. I would do CA finish on a cedar and wax finish on a pecan. Okay, then yeah, you're okay. Go slow with the cedar because it will want to, it's stringy and soft. So you want to, little cuts, not mic cuts. Don't try to do the like thing that I do when I'm like roughing down pen blanks. Don't do that with cedar. Really, I mean, I don't know that it's a good idea really to do that with anything. Don't come here to learn. Oh, is that a bingo square? That should probably be a bingo square. I don't say that. I say it fairly frequently, but not every show. That should be a bingo square. Pecan is the hardest North American wood? Really? Really? Don't mind me. Wood dash database. Well, let's talk about hardness before we get too far into this discussion. And are you just talking Jenga scale? Or are you talking because Jank, we're at 1,800 pounds per board foot. Gonna open up a new tab. And we'll check out some other things. This is good. This is a fun exercise. Pecan is 1,800. And let's go with, just for comparison's sake, we'll go with hard maple. I can get pecan when limbs fall off the trees. Sweet. Hard maple is 1450. All right, so it's harder. The pecan is harder than hard maple. Let's go with white oak. It's relatively hard. Love Detective Mike. it's fun. White oak. 1350. Yeah, so far you are correct. What else is hard? Oh, stop it. What's another hard ass wood that's North American? Just Google hardest North American wood. No, you're not in charge. Try hickory. I mean, it's entirely possible that you're correct. Mesquite is supposed to be a hard one. Well, there's a lot of different kinds of hickory. What kind of... Jeez. There's a... What? Mocker nut hickory? It sounds like they're making shit up. Shagbark hickory? Pig nut hickory? This sounds like lies. Oddly enough, balsa is considered a hardwood. Well, it's not considered a hardwood is a botanical definition. Like, if it comes from a deciduous tree, it is a hardwood. So yes, balsa is a hardwood because it does not come from a coniferous tree. I heard that hardwood and softwood is more about it being deciduous or carnivorous. Well, close. Certainly not about the tree being carnivorous. But yes, you understand the system. Are there any carnivorous trees? Carnivorous trees? I guess the Venus flytrap would be a carnivorous plant. No, would it? I don't know. Yes, if a tree comes from if a wood comes from a deciduous tree, it is a hardwood. That is how they are defined. Mesquite is more about how wild its growth is, like ironwood and all. Yeah. Mesquite. I think you're probably talking about mesquite. What's with all the different kinds of hickory? It sounds like they're just lying to you, though. Like, shagbark hickory, shellabark hickory, water hickory, mockernut hickory, nutmeg hickory, pig nut hickory, bitternut hickory. Oh, pecan is in the hickory thing as well. Mockernut. I'm going to get my hands on some mockernut hickory. Coniferous is a difficult word. Okay. So cedar and pine are not hardwoods. No, they absolutely are not. Fir, softwood, pine, softwood, cedar, softwood, sequoia, redwood, softwoods. Anything with needles is a softwood. We should just agree that hickory is hard. Yeah, sure. I've never worked it, so I just thought it was a bold claim to say that it's the hardest North American wood. It's like, well, hold on a second. Let's. That could be lies. I don't like lies. I don't like it when people lie. I feel like we should find the truth. Especially for how educational this show is. Right? This is like stuff with mahogany in the name when it's not related to normal mahogany at all. Okay. But most of it is actually related to, most of the stuff with mahogany in the name is related to genuine Honduran mahogany. Because mahogany is the general term for tree species that are in the Meliaceae family. And the Meliaceae family is a huge variety of species of trees. So, for example, if we just look up mahogany in here. Oh, look at that. Look at that. The first thing that shows up is the overview of mahogany. So, we'll go in here and we'll show you the chart. Can I just open that as a big thing? Yes, maybe I can. It's spinning like I can. Oh, it downloaded. All right. We're open up this chart. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. It's cool. I like this chart. I'm gonna print it off. How good is a CA finish? Ease of application and other pros and cons. I have never done one because I have held pens that had CA finishes on them, and all I see is a con because they feel like plastic. because they are essentially plastic. Once you wrap them in various coats of plastic, it's they. I mean, you're basically adding Saran wrap in very very thin layers. Um, and I want my wooden pen to feel like a wooden pen. So I've never done one. The pro is the longevity. Like it makes it hard ass. Um, and apparently, once you get good at a CA finish, it's relatively easy and straightforward and quick. Not quick like custom high speed crayon quick, but I don't know. It's all about what you want as the finished feel and look of your pen. I don't want my wood pens to feel like plastic. Open up. Locust trees. Once you fell a locust, you have about 24 hours before it turns into stone and causes sparks on your chainsaw. Really? That's cool. Okay. So, here's our chart of mahoganies. So, everything inside this orange circle is in the Melisae family. The green circle is apparently are the genuine mahogany, the ones that people refer to as genuine mahogany. So Honduran mahogany is Swietenia macrophylla. And then there's Swietenia humilis and Swietenia mahogany, which is Cuban mahogany. Outside there, we get into the Kaya genus, which falls under the Melisae family. So if you remember from biology class back in high school, kingdom, do I remember? Kingdom, phylum, kingdom, phylum. Yeah. Ordered by genus, species. Genus, species down at the end. Kingdom, or kingdom, phylum. What's the third? God, what is it? Order is the next one. I'm missing this one. Order. Genus, species. I'm missing the one in the middle. But anyway. Class. There it is. So kingdom. I missed it again. Kingdom, phylum, class, order, genus, species. So the genus of genuine mahogany is Swietenia. The order is Melisae. No, the family is Melisae. So the Kaya genus falls under the Melisae family, and that's your African mahoganies and your Merantes. It's the Marant. Yeah. Anyway, so they are, yes, they're cousins and things. Mountain mahogany on there. That might be sort of a colloquial term for an actual tree. I don't see. I got sapele, I got udale, I got Spanish cedar is in the Melisae family. Philippine mahogany is outside the Melisae family, but within the Sapendales order. Eucalyptus is a within the cousin bubble of the mahoganies as well. Gonna try to turn some popcorn tree. Chinese tallow. Okay. They grow like weeds here and you have the 12-inch or bigger trunks. Yeah, fuck, give a go. Give a go. Oh, bingo square. Mike uses the botanical terms for trees. Pretty sure that's on there, isn't it? This could be a pretty good show. This could be a winning bingo show. I don't have any new beer I've never tried, unfortunately. Stop giving away squares. I'm sorry. When I remember what's on there, my bad. You're one square away from a line. All right, which one is it? Because I'll make sure not to do it. Amy can have my squares. Oh, look at that. No, I don't think I'm going to allow like transferage of squares. But who knows how much show we have left? Maybe she just gets it naturally. Seen all the July shows so far. Oh yeah, okay, so I should probably get out of the way that as with every year in the summer, when I'm at a market on a Saturday night, there is no show. So on the 15th, there is not going to be a show. I have been doing extra shows though, so, and I might do extra shows next week as well, because like I said, I'm going to be out here anyway. So it's possible that there are more extra bonus shows coming up, but the Saturday, the 15th show is officially canceled, as is the August 19th show. I'll remind you when it gets closer to that, but this stool sucks. Like, my old one had padding. This one's just hard and shitty. Sweet, I have a baby shower on the 15th. Oh, nice. It's convenient. Disappointing shop stool is disappointing. But it is better than standing all show. So I knew I was not going to be able to not sit in the shop until my shop stool was finished, which could be 2026 at this rate. So I went and bought cheap, crappy stool. If I can find some in the woods, I may try some dogwood. Dogwood is our provincial tree, and we got one that sprung up as a weed beside my house. And it grew like a motherfucker. Like, it is like a tree now. And I'm thinking, I was trying to talk wife into letting me relocate it to another section of the yard so that it could thrive. Which may or may not happen when she's out of town on vacation. Because it would be cool to like grow a tree from nothing in your yard. And dogwood's like, yeah, it is like a weed. It is a weed, but it grows. And if I can make just let it go until like it's about this big around, and then make some like tool handles or like pens or bottle stoppers or whatever out of the tree that grew in my backyard. I think that'd be rad. The tree, the weed that grew in my backyard. I think that'd be cool. I have an office chair with wheels. Well, just you're not sitting at a 37-inch bench then, are you? Hold on. Look out. Mike's going to measure something. My bench is, 37 inches tall. So I wouldn't be able to sit at my 37-inch workbench on an office chair. What's that in metric? It's approximately 1/32nd, no, 1/112th of a football field. Yeah. I believe there are 112 37 inches in a football field. It's helpful. Well, you asked for the... Oh, you mean metric, not like the Canadian metric? I don't know. This tape measure doesn't have that on it. 36 inches is a yard, and a meter is a little bit more than a yard. So let's say it's a yard-ish, almost. You see, Paul's got it. 98 centimeters. So it's almost a meter. See, I was right. Or, for Canadians, 1/112th of a football field. Beer. Canada uses C for temperatures and inches for woodwork. Man, it's such a weird system. Like, okay, so if I'm cooking, or if I'm baking, especially, it's like you need a cup of flour and a half a liter of milk. Like, our system is just right messed up. Because, yeah, I weigh about 220 pounds or so, and I'm about 6 foot tall. But the house across the street is about a third of a football field away. And if I was going to do it, it would be like 30 yards. 30 yards away. Once you get up to a kilometer worth of distance, you stop talking in yards and football fields and you go to kilometer. I travel at 110 kilometers an hour down the highway, but the distance I drive is generally referred to in minutes. So, like, I'm driving at 110 kilometers an hour, and Courtney is about 27 minutes away in terms of the distance. And this box, this hypothetical box in my hands is about 5 inches by 7 inches by 3 inches tall. And it weighs about 500 grams. Just because Australia has trouble growing grass, I guess you don't use yards. Hey-oh! Yeah, we've got a weird system, but we all understand it. And see, things are labeled in milliliters. This is 355 milliliters. And I would refer to this as a 355 milliliter can. But big tanks of gas, we refer to as gallons. Like, that's a 100-gallon tank. Canadians equal Brits that want to be American. Oh, sorry to disappoint. That is not the case. Not all of us. The majority of us wish that this was not our system. In a lot of ways, actually. Not just talking about measurement. Anyway, let's go back to talking about the Melisae family of trees. At least you have free healthcare. Well, yeah, free. We pay for it. We just don't have to pay for it when we need it, because we pay for it every day. Which is a better system. Unfortunately, it's severely underfunded by our money. So that creates a difficulty. We could pretty much wrap this one up, I think. Just do another keychain. Let's do another keychain. I get this. Oh, let's do the Paul Waldrop. We'll do the Paul Waldrop guitar offcut. Come on. The Paul Waldrop. Was this neck? Was this guitar neck, Paul? Padauk, walnut, purple heart, maple? It's the middle of the body. All right. I'm gonna put my my Dealey back on. And you know what? We're gonna do Mike's Wooden Things and Stuff after dark, because I don't like that view that you guys have with the glary light off the fluorescence. Mike's Wooden Things and Stuff after dark, everybody. Light coat of CA before sanding to protect the lighter colors. After sanding? Oh, before sanding. Okay. Good advice. Like thin CA, probably? Why does that just keep spinning? Oh, because I'm going the wrong fucking way. Thin CA, no activator. Okay. You let me know when I get there. So after I get it down to size, before I start sanding. Thin CA over the whole thing. Am I going to be able to get it off my fucking bushings? All right. We'll give it a go. How close do I have to be to finished size? See, this is my problem with the whole CA glue after cutting but before sanding. Is normally sanding is part of my shaping process. Like I start at 100 grit so that I can like finish getting material off. How close to, like how much am I going to be able to sand back after I CA glue? Do I want to get this thing like really close to what I want as final shape? I'm going to go with yes. At the very least, I want to have all my like actual ridges out of it, I'm guessing. I like that actually. That's and yeah, this one especially with the Padauk dust is probably a good idea to use this new system that I'm coming up with. So what we're saying is a little tack cloth action. This is brand new to me, so I don't know. A little tack cloth action to get the dust off right now. That looks awesome, though. And then thin CA, you say? Just like, I might have to turn my light on. Thin. Like on a paper towel and just like real quick. Light coat of thin CA over the whole blank. Let it dry about 4 minutes. All right, I'm gonna trust you. Gear it down. Let's go all the way down. What did you say, RPMs? 700? Well, we're not that high. We're bottom gear only goes up to 545, so that'll have to work because that's the gear I'm in. Go thin coat of CA. Let's do 2. I'm gonna trust you. I don't know. Four minutes, you say? Where's the damn lid? Man, this show is so much better now that I'm making stuff again, isn't it? Now, if I accidentally grab the one that has the CA glue on it and use it as my head rag, that wouldn't be great. It's enough time to have another beer. Well, we'll have this one anyway. Hope I can get that off the bushings after. So that's going to seal the pores so that the sanding dust doesn't get into the next one over, is the theory. Hey, Chili's here. What's up, my friend? We made red Mallee Burl keychain earlier. I don't know if it was out of the stock that you sent or if it was out of the stock that I bought at William Woodwright, but Australian wood with Australian high-speed polish. The high-speed custom crayon. And we made a new shop stool. All in one show. I'm just trying to get well again. Are you still? Is it still the pneumonia? Are you still not recovered from that? Or is this a new thing now? You're having a rough go of it this year, hey? In terms of health? Hoping the best for you, my friend. I heard what happened to the last one. I was sleeping. It was awesome. It was really, like, if you ever want to have a really fun time, like, it only lasts a second, but man, it is a fun ride. Like, at the amusement park, I don't know if you guys have this where you are, wherever you guys are, at West Edmonton Mall, they've got a ride called the Drop of Doom, where they take you up this big thing, and then it stops, and then it just lets go and it drops you. That's what this is. When your shop stool just decides to finally go, it's like the Drop of Doom, and it is a riot. It is really fun. And I didn't have to pay for a ticket to ride on it or anything. It was only the price of the shop stool 4 years ago or so. The sudden stop at the end isn't so fun. Yeah, no, no. I imagined it was like those dunk. It was kind of like a dunk tank, except there isn't water that you're landing in. It's a combination of concrete floor and chunks of wood and metal. So, yeah, it's like a dunk tank, except for instead of water, you're falling onto concrete and chunks of wood and metal. Two stars. So now I can't probably get back to Paul, who's walking me through this process. Probably can't get too aggressive with the sanding at this point, eh? What do I want to be starting at? Or do I want to be aggressive because I still want to get it back down to bare wood and make it smooth? 120? I don't have 120. Try again. You can pick between 100 and 150. 100, 150, 220, 340. the CA will come off during sanding. But it still does what it's supposed to do. Yeah, okay, so it's sealed and the pores are full. It makes sense. In my head, it makes sense that you're right. And I mean, at this point, I just have to trust you. Should we go back to Mike's Wooden Things and stuff after dark? We'll try to find a fresh 220. Sorry, Paul, what did you say I should start at if 120 wasn't an option? 100, but not really, Russ. Maybe. All right, we'll leave it in low gear. We'll spin it the other way. It's pretty smooth already. I probably don't actually need to get all the way back to bare wood. If I can get that CA smooth. And then the custom high-speed crayon is going to smooth it out at the end anyway. So as long as I can get rid of all the nibs and then all the scratches from in between grits. That's too slow. I want the middle gear at least. Yeah, all right. Oh, loud noises. See, it's like with the grain in between grits doesn't matter quite so much on these ones either, because it's like I'm looking at end grain on half of this thing because of the way that it got cut out of its. Had that problem with Tyler Peterson's pen. It's like the thing was like 3/4 end grain, but not consistently enough that I could like make any sort of adjustments to. All right, we're getting good. That was 2 something. Where's my 3 whatever? go. That'll be enough for me for right now. Which means it's enough for you guys for right now, too. We're going to custom high-speed radio. A little adjustment of the song that time. Sometimes you gotta change it up a little bit. This is like the third time that I've sung it tonight, so I just wanted to, you know. Dripping. So, at least we made two things. Well, two things to sell at the market and one shop stool tonight. Hey! Oh. Yeah. Came off the bushings. Yep. Come on. Where are my keychain kits? There we go. The pen I made from that had awesome chatoyant. That's got, I mean, it's Padauk, right? Padauk has a depth and luster. Yeah. It is one of my, like when I started turning into the Padauk, I was like, oh, I forgot how awesome it is to cut. And how, yeah, it's just a really nice, it's got a built-in, like, but it's got a built-in lubrication that is really nice. Family show. But it's like self-lubricating and just the density and everything. It's really, really nice wood to work. Go, yeet. That one might be off the rack relatively quickly. I mean, it's too big for Amy, but Amy doesn't want an avocado. That is pretty nice. And that fills up my second row. I've got my top row now, and that one fills up my second row. And Amy, I understand your point about like wanting a smaller one because you already have a big fob or whatever, but it almost feels like don't bother to have a keychain if it's not gonna be. I don't know. You're probably right. There probably are people that are gonna be like, "Oh man, I wish that was smaller." But I don't know. I also don't really want to just waste a whole bunch of gorgeous wood to bring it down to being smaller. Like I want to show off the beauty of it and let it speak, so to speak. But you're right. You probably are right. There probably are going to be people that are like, "Well, that's just a little too big to go on my keys." Padauk is awesome to make pens from. It's probably, yeah. I have a tough time picking a favorite wood to make pens from because Padauk is really nice to make pens from. Just a pure Padauk pen blank is really nice. But I mean, cherry cut's so nice and sweet, and so does Padauk. I should do a time trial on a Padauk pen at some point just to see, because I always do them on cherry, but it's a fair comparison when I do them on cherry, doing it compared to the last time. I think I could probably turn a Padauk pen as quick as I could turn a cherry pen. I do have many bits of Padauk that are ready to turn into pens. Sent you the pen I made from those guitar cutoffs. There it is. It's right up there. Because I didn't turn on my do not disturb. Oh, that's a cool kit. Where is that? What's that kit from? Where did you, that's a slick looking. Sorry that nobody else can see that. What kind of kit is that, man? That's rad. It's got like this like spaceship looking like chrome front thing on it. Oh, I would be remiss if I didn't at least mention that I went and saw the Spider-Verse finally. Well, I had already seen the first one, like obviously, but I was like, I'm gonna wait for a bit to go see the second one so the theater's not packed full. First of all, it's been out for like a month, and we got there like at the normal time, and we still had to pick like crappy spots because it was still full. So that's good for Spider-Verse. But I have to say that The Across the Spider-Verse is a feat of filmmaking. Like I think it has set a new bar for animation. There are things happening in the animation in that film that are going to be like people are going to compare films to that film. Like it is something else. If you have not seen Across the Spider-Verse yet, it is not one of the ones that you will just be like, no, I'll just wait for it to come out on streaming. You should probably just, I know money's tight for everybody, and going to the cinema is not a luxury that everybody can afford. But if you can find the extra $60 or whatever for you and somebody else to go see it and have popcorn and snacks, it's unlike anything I've ever seen, honestly. And I thought that when the first one came out, I was like, these guys are doing something different and it's amazing. But this new one has just elevated the standard by which we should compare animated movies to. Because like, let's keep getting better. Like that's, I think in all things, try to keep getting better. They have gotten better, and this thing is phenomenal. One more beer. Hey, there's a little bit of figuring. There's a little bit of figure in my new seat top. Little bit of figure coming through here. right next to one of those crappy little finger joints that do that. It was a great movie. Didn't like The Flash though. The Flash, honestly, I don't really have any interest in seeing The Flash ever, but I absolutely wouldn't pay theater money for it. Hey Mike, I sent you a picture of a key ring I made. Try making that one that shape. That shape is, like, yeah, it's a cool shape. But when I made this one, I was like, oh, I forgot that makes it shitty to sand. You're right, though. Like, I should be varying up the shapes. But for ease of sanding and finishing, like, if I want to get away with charging minimal amounts of money for these things, I don't know. It's a balancing act, right? Like, you put an extra 10 minutes into each one, and then it adds up to a lot when you start quantifying it over numbers of things. So, but yeah, that's a cool shape. It's like a for those of you who can't see it, because that's all of you, it's like a little dude with no arms. It's like a cribbage peg. Well, like some cribbage pegs. It's like a little V, and it goes up, and then it's got like a little head on the top of it. Oh, I can show you over here. I have this. I have too many things open again, is what I have. There it is. Is it on a piece of red mallee burl that is sitting on? Hold on. It's opening. Too many things open again. And I haven't restarted for a few days. And Chili's going to be like, yeah, and it's a Mac. Open. Show you Paul's pen too if this thing ever opens. Find using some 4/0 steel wool. Non-abrasive pad makes some of those things easier to finish. I've heard brown paper bag is a good, like, especially for like in between layers of finish and stuff. Yes, it's red mallee burl. Hey, I got some of that. Ooh, red mallee burl. It's good stuff. It does develop cracks though. What is going on? Oh, Jesus. It's trying to open something in something else now. What did you do, Scott? Oh, also, by the way, I'm going to close some tabs. Don't need to say anything about the Mac. It's not loading, and you saying come on is more than enough. I have a shitty one, and I have a lot of stuff open. Was it the last show? I think it was the last show we were talking about, do you need to buy an expensive chuck? So I ordered the Veaver. Because I think I shouldn't be spouting off about how things are or are not of quality. Even if I'm being completely honest and saying I've never experienced this, blah, 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 blah. There it is. See, it's like, so I ordered the Veaver chuck to try so that I could give proper recommendation or not. And then I might end up doing a giveaway on it or something. Because what I'll probably do is I'll probably sell it to Tyler Peterson. Because he's constantly asking me about chucks that he sees and sending me links to stuff and whatever. And I'll probably do an opening, unboxing, trying, review type video of it. And it's absolutely not going to be as good as a one-way Talon chuck, of which I already have 2. So I do not need a third chuck from Veaver. But I'll try it and give it a fair shake. And then I'll sell it at a minimal loss to my friend Tyler, because it'll probably still be okay. We'd be doing an unboxing and review. Yeah, I mean, that's the only reason that I would buy it would be to do a review and to be able to say to people yes or no, or like, where do you want to spend your money? So I think it'll be okay. I think that it's not going to be as good as the chucks that I already have, but it's half as much money. So if it's 75% as good as the chucks that are twice as much money, maybe that's a place that you could land and be happy. maybe it isn't. I don't know. We'll find out. I'm paying $130 to find out for you guys. So send you a better pic of the pen. We'll send you the kit when I find the name. Okay. Now I can't get this damn thing to close. I'm pretty sure this is Facebook at this point. I don't think this is even my computer anymore. Maybe it'll be an adequate chuck for making adequate bowls. No, if it's going to be an adequate chuck for anything, if I was going to call it an adequate chuck and keep it for anything, it would be an adequate chuck for spindles, probably. Honestly, I can't even really see where I would use it at this point. Unless my one-way jaws happen to fit it, and I could put my number 3s on it, and then have one current constantly set up with the number 2s, one with the 3s, and one with the jumbo jaws. That seems like a ridiculous thing to do. Close! Fuck. It's just not even doing anything now. But yeah, no, like this is Facebook's problem now, because I can go up and I can close tabs, but I can't get out of the picture. I should just be able to click over here or over here. No, can't. My budget means I need to save where I can, and Viver has an okay price. And that's why, like, because when it came up, I was like, don't buy this. Save your money and keep saving and buy something good. But then I thought, well, that's unfair. You shouldn't be able to say that without trying it. So I'm going to try it. Well, guys, it's late on the right coast. All right. Later, my friend. We made 2 things and assembled a shop stool tonight on a random bonus show. I also had to do tonight's show because I got demonetized on Saturday again. So I can't go a week without a show that's monetized. Got to keep living inside and eating food. Can't be worse than the PSI pen jaws. Yeah, it's true. It can't really. It won't. It'll definitely be better than the PSI one that I have, because it's not the 2 dealy. It's the 1 dealy with the teeth that engage on the twisty. These are the technical terms. I guess maybe I just have to close Facebook and then go back in. That's fucking stupid. But yeah, it'll be better than the PSI one I bought, but that's also not a fair comparison, because I'm comparing the 2-handy tightening loosing to the 1-handy tightening loosening. I don't know. I'll find a way to compare it. Well, I'll have to compare it to the Talon, because it's the same makeup, essentially. It's 4-jaw chuck with one hole with gears, gear drive, loosening, tightening. And yeah, that's unfortunate, because it's not going. Pen kit is called Virage. I have some of those. I'm sure I do. Sounds really, really familiar. I'm sure that I bought that one, probably because I did that, like, ooh, that looks rad. Let's see. Said he sent me a better photo. I'm sure, yeah. No, you're right. That's a better photo, and now that it's a better photo, I'm sure that I have some of those. Yeah, yeah. The Virage. I'm sure I have a bunch of those because they were on sale at one point, and I was like, oh, those look like pretty slick looking spaceshipy pens. Yeah, it was absolutely Facebook because now I'm not having any problems. I'm gonna make some Virage pens. That's sexy kit. Anyway, let's wrap it up. We got to 2.5 hours again, suddenly, somehow. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe, everybody. I wish I could have got Amy her last bingo square, but I don't know which one it was. So let's say still pretty pissed off about Tears of the Kingdom not being as awesome as it should be for taking 6 years to develop. And Breath of the Wild is a better game. But that could change. I still have a lot of Tears of the Kingdom left to go. But so far, disappointed. Still awesome, but not as awesome. You're never going to use a hand plane. I am. I have, and they're supposed to be like hard to get. I just got bingo. Did you though? Did you? Was that seriously the one you needed? You know the rules. You send it. I can look it up. I'll look it up and I'll see. Maybe you just won yourself. You won yourself that box that you wanted. Well, that's not fair because I do have a prize that was supposed to be in mind for those. The bingo prize is I mean, I had never announced what it was, but if you actually, that would be hilarious if I was like, I wish I could have got her bingo. Here, let's talk about Zelda real quick. Anyway, bye for now. Maybe we'll find out next week. Bye for now.